Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about finishing 2021 strong. But before we get into the nitty-gritty of that topic, I want to remind you, if you have not already done so, please hit that subscribe button so that you can be aware every time I post a new video, and to let me know that you want to continue to hear more encouragement and inspiration to help you make it through your day. So, finishing strong in 2021. I don't think I need to go back and remind you about how difficult the past 2 years have been for us across the world. There's been a lot of unexpected tragedy, a lot of hardship, a lot of things that we've had to navigate that none of us expected. And the thing about life is life happens. And unfortunately, when life happens, it causes us to have to shift or to adjust in ways that we had not planned on. And what it also does sometimes is causes us to not realize our goals and our dreams that we have set out for ourselves. So that's why I wanted to come on here really quickly and give you some really concrete tips on what you can do to finish 2021 strong. So the first thing that you can do is just start again. I know many of us thought that 2021 was going to be this windfall of liberty and everything was going to get back in place after how bad 2020 was, but we saw that that was not the case in many areas. And what that did was it made us completely stop the progress that we had set ourselves for in our hearts and in our minds. And in many cases, we just completely dropped the ball. Maybe you set a goal to exercise more. Maybe you set a goal to start your hobby again. Maybe you set a goal to start a new job. And when 2021 came, you never realized those goals, or you just completely stopped doing the action steps that you outlined for yourself to realize that. So the first thing you can do is just start again. It doesn't matter anymore that you dropped the ball. It doesn't matter where you could have, should have, or would have been. All you need to know and be willing to do is to start again. Because remember, if you don't start again, you guarantee that you will never reach that goal, that dream will never come true. So pick yourself up, as they say, and dust yourself off and start over again. A second thing that you can do is find accountability. Many times we set goals for ourselves, and the initial excitement and inspiration of setting a goal is enough to keep us moving for a short season. But over time, we find that excitement goes away and the inspiration begins to diminish, and we slowly but surely begin to forget and drop the commitments that we started out and made to ourselves. I would encourage you to find an accountability buddy or build in accountability for yourself. So what this has looked like for me, for example, as it pertains to writing my book, I have set aside time on my calendar and even an alarm to remind me that, okay, Ladella, now you need to take this 60, 90 minutes, 30 minutes to stop what you're doing and just write. Some other things that I have done is asked people that are close to me, that are invested in my dreams, to check in on me maybe once a month or whenever they had a chance. Just send me a random text and ask me, how's that project going? What new discoveries have you had? And what this accountability has done for me is, one, to keep me encouraged to know that other people are thinking about the personal goals that I've set for myself, but also sometimes it's a good kick in the pants that I need to remember, oh yeah, you need to be working on that, because you're counting on yourself, and then there's other people that are counting on you to get this goal accomplished. A third thing that you can do is to break your goals down into small pieces or small steps. Sometimes when we set goals for ourselves, The dream and the goal is so big and so lofty that we sometimes think and even feel like we can go from here where we are to magically jumping into the place where we're realizing our dreams and goals. And I think you already know that life does not happen like that. Your success is built in attaining every single small step that you're able to accomplish along the way. And I know it might feel like, well, Adela, I set this goal for myself and it's already December and I haven't even done anything to move towards the direction of that goal. And that might be true, but it's okay, because if you start again, like I said at the beginning, and break down those goals into bite-sized pieces, you're guaranteed to be better off than where you were before, versus not breaking down your goal into small pieces and doing nothing. And you know what you'll end up with? Nothing. And that will um, cause you to have more regret and even more discouragement. So if you have a goal of getting a new job, for example, you might not get that new job or start that new job before we go into the new year, but there might be some small things that you need to do to move yourself closer to that goal. For example, you might need to refresh your resume. You might want to have a couple people look at your resume. You might want to take some professional development courses to add to your resume. Or you may want to just take a look and search for the type of career or the type of job that you want. All of those little small steps, they might not feel like they're success, but they are moving you closer to your goal of getting a new job. Every little small step you take is going to help you get that much closer to your goal. And a fourth thing that you can do is to simply remember your why and remember the inspiration. As I've said in other videos to you before, we have these dreams and goals, and we have purpose that we're born for into this world. And sometimes getting into the walking out of those purposes and those goals and dreams, sometimes those things feel like work. They don't feel really exciting. They don't feel really inspirational. And that's just because you're moving in closer proximity to your goal and you're discovering more clearly what it takes to move towards your goal. And when you get to the places of your dream that feel like a burden or feel boring or don't feel as inspiring, I want you to remember why you're taking that step to move to your goal in the first place. I want you to remember the first day that you had the idea. I want you to remember the first step of faith that you took to move towards that goal. I want you to remember why accomplishing this goal is important. And when you keep that in perspective, it will help fuel you for when things feel dry or boring or uninspiring, because that desired end, that clear focus, and that inspiration will push you and make you go even when you don't want to go. So, I know we're already in the month of December for this year, but I want to encourage you, all is not lost. You still have an opportunity to move closer to your dreams and your goals, and to keep the commitments that you made to yourself. And I want to encourage you, don't let go, don't lose hope, don't think that it's all over because you feel so far behind where you thought you would have been. Remember, I keep telling you, every small step that you take towards your goal and towards your dream will get you that much closer. And like I always tell you, when you start with the hard work first, everything else will become easier. I'll see you next time. Bye.